Dream time supports this gradual introduction by allowing scenes to remain partial and open-ended. You may find yourself entering a space just long enough to feel oriented before the dream shifts, or encountering a role that feels known without fully stepping into it yet. This partial engagement gives awareness room to acclimate, allowing recognition to deepen naturally over multiple nights. Each return feels like picking up a conversation that never truly ended, even when the details differ. As this process continues, a broader sense of self begins to take shape in waking life. Many of you notice this as a quiet confidence that does not need justification, or as an ease with certain choices and directions that feels grounded and settled. There is often a sense of "this feels right" that arises without the need to trace its origin. This is awareness recognizing its own continuity across expressions, and it carries a sense of belonging that feels deeply supportive. Themes that appear in dream time may begin to echo gently through your days, showing up as interests, inclinations, or ways of being that feel natural rather than adopted. You may find yourself drawn to certain forms of service, creativity, or leadership without needing to explain why, or feeling at home in roles that once seemed unfamiliar. This recognition unfolds quietly, woven into ordinary moments rather than announced through dramatic shifts. What many of you appreciate most about this phase is how settled it feels. There is no pressure to understand everything that is unfolding, and no requirement to hold a complete picture of your many expressions at once. Awareness expands through lived experience, allowing recognition to arrive in ways that feel human and manageable. This approach honors the intelligence of integration, trusting that what is ready to be known will make itself felt in its own time. Dreamtime continues to function as a supportive meeting place throughout this integration, offering opportunities to revisit familiar spaces and presences in ways that reinforce coherence. Returning to the same environments night after night often brings a sense of comfort, as though awareness is checking in with itself, reaffirming orientation and connection. These returns deepen familiarity, allowing the sense of shared identity to settle more fully into embodiment. In waking life, this settling often expresses itself as an inclusive sense of self that feels both expansive and grounded. You may notice that different aspects of your personality feel more harmonious, or that you can hold a wider range of perspectives without tension. Purpose begins to feel less like a question and more like a quiet orientation that guides your choices gently. This expanded self-familiarity supports a sense of ease that carries through both ordinary tasks and moments of reflection. As awareness grows accustomed to holding multiple expressions within a single field, relationships with others often feel more spacious as well. The recognition you experience within yourself extends outward, allowing you to meet others with greater presence and understanding. This resonance supports a sense of belonging that feels shared rather than solitary, reflecting the collective nature of the convergence you are living through. Throughout this phase, the integration remains subtle and steady, guided by presence rather than effort. Each dreamtime encounter adds another layer of familiarity, and each waking day offers opportunities for this familiarity to express itself naturally. Over time, the distinction between dreamtime recognition and waking self-awareness grows softer, creating a continuous field where awareness can move freely and comfortably. As this energy now comes to rest within you, there is a sense of completion that feels gentle and open, like arriving home without needing to announce it. Awareness recognizes itself across expressions with warmth and acceptance, and the expanded sense of self settles into daily life as a quiet companion. This settled familiarity provides a stable foundation for the deeper embodiment and continuity that will unfold as the transmission moves forward, carrying the convergence of your many expressions into lived experience with grace and ease. Many of you are already familiar with the feeling of knowing something without being able to trace how you know it. And this quiet recognition is the doorway through which pre-verbal memory begins to surface now. This kind of knowing does not arrive as a thought or a conclusion. It arrives as a settled awareness that feels complete the moment it is felt. It lives beneath language, beneath names, beneath the structures you have learned to use in order to communicate with one another. And yet, it has always been present within you as a reliable guide. When we speak of pre-verbal memory, we are speaking of remembrance that formed before stories were needed, before meaning required explanation, and before experience was divided into past, present, and future. In dream time, this kind of memory becomes especially accessible because the dreaming awareness naturally understands without translating. You do not need to explain a dream to yourself while you are in it in order to know what is happening. You simply move, respond, and recognize. Meaning arrives whole as a felt coherence that does not unfold step by step. Many of you notice this when you wake from a dream, feeling deeply informed or oriented, even though you cannot recount a sequence of events. The understanding is already integrated, already seated within your awareness, and it continues to inform you quietly as you move through your day. This is the level at which much of your galactic memory resides. Long before language developed on Earth, consciousness communicated through resonance, through geometry, through sensation, through shared fields of awareness that carried understanding without description. These memory layers remain intact within you, and they respond naturally to frequencies that speak the same language. The current solar activity carries such frequencies, not as messages to be decoded, but as harmonic keys that align with these ancient strata of knowing. The sun plays a familiar role in this process, one that feels comforting because it has always been present in your lived experience. Its light reaches you every day, touching your skin, your environment, and your rhythms, and within that light exists an intelligence that understands how to translate vast, non-local memory into forms that your awareness can receive with ease. These solar frequencies move through the field as waves of alignment, gently activating pre-verbal memory through resonance rather than force. Many of you sense this as a subtle warmth of recognition, a feeling of being met rather than instructed. As these frequencies move through you, they naturally seek out memory layers that are organized by vibration rather than by narrative. This is why the remembrance you are experiencing now feels different from recalling a story or revisiting a past event. The activation occurs through alignment, where the frequency of solar light matches the frequency of pre-verbal knowing already present within your field. When this match occurs, awareness opens effortlessly, allowing memory to surface as lived understanding.